Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and I was just about to record some Chelsea career mode series on FIFA 21, upload them in the future, get them edited for you, get them out probably later on in the month, maybe, yeah, but I was just checking. I'll go on to the Chelsea news. Is there any news that I can report on? And yes, there is. The day we faced Porto in the second leg of the quarter-finals of the Champions League, 2-0 up, and Matteo Kovacic is injured. He's done his hamstring in training yesterday, which has dealt Thomas Tuchel a big blow, and he's been ruled out of this game. Now, that is very frustrating because him and Jorginho, I thought, would work perfectly in the midfield. They've got the balance, and I thought they could just control the game themselves and don't let Porto get the ball. He's so good defensively and so good going forwards. And I kind of fear that without Matteo Kovacic in this midfield, we may crumble. So either Thomas Tuchel is just going to firm it and play N'Golo Kante, who may get injured. I don't think he's ready to play a whole game of football just yet. Or play Billy Gilmour, or try and switch to a sort of similar system, but kind of different, like a 3-5-2 with three midfielders so that we don't lose the battle in the middle of the park. So Billy Gilmour could play in like a number 6 role, and then Jorginho and Mount maybe, or Kante and Mount into 8s and Jorginho in the 6, or Kante in the 6. I think Thomas Tuchel is going to have to think this one through, and it's just really frustrating because it's last minute. Matteo Kovacic has been one of the best players under Thomas Tuchel. His engine in the middle of the midfield. I think he's been one of the most improved players from Frank Lampard days to Thomas Tuchel days. He was Chelsea's player of the year last season. This season he hasn't really been able to find that form, but ever since Thomas Tuchel came in that 2 next to Jorginho, he's been really good in that pivot, and he's injured. I don't know how long he's out for. I just know that he's done his hamstring in training, which is very frustrating. Thomas Tuchel, I don't think, had decided the final lineup just yet. May have to change it, and it's just a bit frustrating because if Billy Gilmour plays, I don't think he's got the physicality for this Porto's team. They make it so hard for the opposition, and I don't know if he's going to be good enough defensively to keep out Sergio Oliveira or like Moussa Marega. Imagine Marega bullying Billy Gilmour the whole game. Also, N'Golo Kante, would Kante be able to outmuscle Marega? Definitely not. Even though he's strong and he's little, Marega's a man mountain. He's a giant. So yeah, I thought I'd make this news video to tell you there's one more story coming, just so I think it'd be a little bit pointless just to tell you one injury, but it's a big blow, and hopefully Thomas Tuchel has thought it through. Maybe go with an extra body in midfield, like I said, so we don't lose the battle in the middle. We're already 2-0 up from the first leg, so we're not going to have to go all out. Porto, Thomas Tuchel said yesterday in the press conference that Porto know what they have to do. They need to attack straight away, get an early goal, and then they're set. They can use that momentum with them, and then maybe get another, take extra time potentially, and then win in extra time like they did against Juventus. However, I think Chelsea do have what it takes to not breeze past Porto, but muscle past them, grind out the result. As long as we don't concede 2, which the only time that's happened is against West Brom the other day, I think that we should be okay. I hope. I really do hope that. Anyway, the second story of today, I actually haven't reported on this guy yet, and I'm still not sure why. Chelsea were linked to him a couple of weeks ago. The guy goes by the name of ANDREA Belotti, and some of you guys might remember, I think it's 2016 or 2017, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Chelsea were linked with this guy when he still played for Torino. He does still play for Torino, what are you on about? He was like 23, 24, and he was looking a solid striker, and Chelsea, I think we were trying to replace Diego Costa maybe, and instead we got Olivier Giroud. I might be going mental, but we definitely were linked to him in the past. We are linked to him once again with 6, is it 5 other or 6 other teams? 6 of Europe's biggest giants, including Chelsea, Everton, AC Milan, Roma, Napoli, and Atletico Madrid. All want this guy. Now, he's 27 years old. He's out of contract in 12 months, so another year. So he could either be got a little bit cheaper than normal this summer, or get him for free next summer. But Chelsea are interested in this guy. I don't know whether to play as a first choice striker. I don't know how much of an improvement he would be on Kai Havertz. I'd definitely rather Aguero for free. Although he does seem to be a pretty difficult striker to come up against. He's physical, he's fast, he's strong. Physical and strong are pretty much the same thing, mate. And does make it difficult for defenders. However, I don't really know if I want this guy. £20 million, I think he'd probably cost as a rough estimate. I don't know if I'd be willing to pay that, considering we could get Aguero for free. He's already a Premier League legend, and he knows where the net is. And I still don't know if Belotti would really thrive in this Chelsea system. Anyway, let's just go with one more story. There's a report here. Chelsea could offer Hakim Ziyech and several other players in deal for £69 million rated defender. Right, so the defender is Jules Kounde, and Man United, Real Madrid and Chelsea are all interested in the Frenchman. He's 22 years old. Did I say that? I don't know. Anyway, he plays for Sevilla. No, he said Seville. It's Seville in Spanish, but Sevilla. No, it's Seville in English. And so he plays for Sevilla, and next to Diego Carlos, he's been pretty good the last couple of seasons. Now, he does have an €80 million release clause, which apparently Sevilla are clinging onto and don't want to sell him for anything lower. But AS claimed that Chelsea would include one of their players plus cash as part of a deal for the first offer. The report further added to the list that could be included in the deal Hakim Ziyech, Tammy Abraham, Timmy Bakayoko, Michy Batshuayi, and even Kepa Arrizabalaga. Now, I can see Kepa going back to Spain. I think that would be a good move for him personally. And who's Neto? No, who's Sevilla's keeper? Is it Neto? No, that was the old Barca keeper. Or did he used to play for Sevilla? Oh no, it's that Vaclik guy. Their keeper is Vaclik. I don't know if he's good or not. He's 82 rated on FIFA. Don't know if that means anything. However, I'm not really keen on the rest of that list. Michy Batshuayi, I wouldn't mind him leaving. He's not ever going to play for Chelsea ever again, don't think. Timmy Bakayoko, exactly the same. Maybe all three of them, plus like £20 million. I'd definitely take that. Though it's not career mode. But if you do want to see career mode, subscribe so you don't miss out in the future. But Hakim Ziyech and Tammy Abraham, I really don't want to leave. Especially as Hakim Ziyech is finally finding his feet in the Premier League. Finding some good form just before the international break. And I don't see him leaving. Although Tammy Abraham, I don't think he'd go to Spain. I think he'd stay in the Premier League. Maybe go to like West Ham or Aston Villa or like Leeds or something. Oh, that'd be good. He could actually finish chances over Patrick Bamford. Ooh, just sell him to Leeds, boys. Done deal. However, I don't really want him to go on a swap deal. I'd like him to stay in England for his sake. In his point of view, I think he's a very good striker, but can't really make it in this Chelsea team. I think he's got to leave. It's a bit like Fikayo Tomori to go, maybe not abroad, but definitely to a different team to really prove to Gareth Southgate, especially, that he should be in the England squad. He's got good potential. He's got a great future. He's a great finisher of football, but I don't think his future will come at Chelsea Football Club, which is a shame because I do think he's a good player. But Jules Kounde, could Chelsea sign him? He'd be a good defender in that 3-back system. Maybe it's that right centre-back when Aspi grows old and... That's a low aeroplane. Or maybe it's that left-sided centre-back. He's right-footed, but he's not massive. I think he's about Azpilicueta's height, so it might be a like-for-like swap for the future. I think he could be a good player in this system, actually. So I definitely wouldn't take Jules... I definitely wouldn't turn down Jules Kounde. I want to see what you guys think. Comment down below your thoughts on these stories. Matteo Kovacic, big blow. ANDREA Belotti, do we really need him? And Jules Kounde, would you be happy to see Hakim Ziyech or Tammy Abraham lost in a potential swap deal? Anyway, that was all for today. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Match review coming later for the Porto game being played in Seville. I can't get my words out. Goodbye.